Hey there, this is Wendy. This is Wendy's Parade of Perfume. Here on my channel, I just talk about the perfumes that I'm wearing and what is on my shelf and what I'm thinking about perfume-wise. So welcome to my most fabulous floral list for spring 2025. I have about 9 or 10 perfumes here. And I tend to have things on my shelf that are older and possibly discontinued, possibly vintage. I have some niche, I have designer. I kind of go from there and I just have what's available to me. So let's get started maybe with some designers. Now, this perfume I don't hear talked about a lot, but it has been around for a while, one way or another. Oh, the camera's not going to like this. This is Forever and Ever and Ever from Dior. Maybe it's just Forever and Ever. I think it's just one Forever and Ever. Anyway, this is Forever and Ever and Ever and Ever and Ever from Dior. As you can see, this is a pink floral. Mostly what this is rose and geranium with a little bit of fruit and a little bit of greenery and a wonderful just wallop of shampoo. So if you distilled some roses and geranium and green stems and some musk into a shampoo base, into a floral shampoo base, this is what you would have. This smells clean, this smells easy, this smells girly, and I never ever wear this in the cold months because it just doesn't do anything. But in the summer months and the spring months, it just kind of blooms a little bit more, and even when there's a little bit more humidity in the air, it just performs better. Not loud necessarily, but sometimes your perfume just needs certain weather conditions in order to like get anything done. Anyway, this has actually been around for quite a long time. Does anyone remember this? Forever and Ever from Dior? Let me know if you have, but there's one floral I really enjoy wearing. That's like a shampoo-y, just a pleasant shampoo-y floral. Another type of floral I really like to wear is a very serious floral, and this is the original Gabrielle from Chanel. They have a couple of these. I don't have the Low. I've never tried that. I kind of want to, but you know, you can't have everything. I also have the Essence, which I actually really like, but I only like wearing that in the summer because to me, that's more of a more like buttery, frangipani, coconutty type of scent. And this is really what most people would consider to be mature. The florals are very pure in their execution, but they're almost like sharp cornered. So there's jasmine and there's tuberose and there's gardenia, but they're mashed together and there is something, I admit, a little bit high-pitched about them. The other thing is that the fruit that is in here, there's grapefruit, which tends to be bitter. There is blackcurrant, which is, I love blackcurrant, but that's not a sweet fruit. That's a little bit of a bitter, dark fruit. And the other nice thing is there's a lot of sandalwood and petitgrain in here too as it dries down. So it's not super musky on the dry down. It's more of it's a nice woody dry down. But I don't know why this reminds me more of spring, maybe just, I don't know. It's just such a stern floral. Does anybody else get that? But anyway, I also do not really wear this in the winter. I wear this in the spring, and that is Gabrielle, the original OG Gabrielle from Chanel. Oh, I just discovered this. It's totally basic. Anyone who wants to can probably smell this at their local Ulta, but this is Gucci Flora Gorgeous Jasmine. And I'm being really good, and I bought the 10 mil, and man, I'm loving it. This, obviously, it's Jasmine. It's Gucci Jasmine. But let's see. It has a big burst of cream and soap in it, and that's what backlights the Jasmine. It's just this kind of slightly creamy, slightly soapy, slightly... It just has a tactile, it's like a tactile, where this Gabrielle, it's like sharp on the corners. This one is like just soft and billowing, and it just feels so good to wear. And it's very floral, but it tinges more on the sweet instead of the stern. Not super sweet though. It's not that sweet. But this is just so pleasant to wear, and I absolutely love it. We'll see. This may have actually turned into a full bottle because I've worn this a bit lately, and I've just really been enjoying it. Has anyone else smelled this? And as far as the Gucci Flores go, what other are the good ones that y'all like? Because this is the only one I have, so let me know. I know there's a bunch of different colors that I have not gotten into. I just got the one. Anyway, Gucci Flora Jasmine. Good for spring. The Gorgeous Jasmine, if I do say so myself. Well, a list from my shelf would not be complete without a Guerlain. So a very soft Guerlain Shalimar that is nothing to do with the original Shalimar, so just put that out of your head right now, is Shalimar Souffle de Parfum, which of all things, I have the little peacock bottle. I've been afraid to use it because I like the peacock. I actually like the peacock bottle more than I like the juice, though I do like it. But it's because when I first bought this, I was a little bit aghast because this is an orange blossom Shalimar. Yeah, there's some jasmine in it. Yes, there's a little bit of vanilla in it. But what this really is a very bright burst of orange blossom with a lot of bright, soft bergamot and like white musk slash vanilla on the bottom. But I put a little spritz on to remind myself because I haven't been wearing it and I need to wear this. But yeah, I mean, I don't even want to say that this is Shalimar. This could just be Guerlain Souffle, and we can move on from there. But that being said, though, I've been moving toward a little bit more of a light wearing perfume, and the orange blossom and bergamot is very lovely, and then it just drives down to a very simple musk, and yeah, easy for spring, lighthearted, very pretty. Shalimar Souffle. But yeah, when I first wore this, I was like, the hell? You expect Shalimar and then they give you an orange blossom. Since when was there an orange blossom in Shalimar? Never until this. Another bit of neglected perfume. This is one of the old Idylle flankers called Love Blossom. And this is a lot darker than the Shalimar Souffle. So this Love Blossom is a lilac and honey perfume. The other thing that it does, though, is, if you can believe this, it dries down into a very dark patchouli. And this is so realistic that has that kind of, sometimes flowers on the stem or on the vine, they can have that fleshy greenery to them where they smell a little skanky. This verges on skanky. It's a green lilac that is softened admittedly by the honey, but this could be a lot much for people, and for people that don't like realistic smelling flowers, I could see them not liking this. But me, I really like this because I like Guerlain and I like realistic flowers. And the patchouli dry down is almost refreshing. This perfume is more than 10 years old and it is lacking all those amber woods and, those kind of like really strong like amber woods. It's almost just refreshing to smell a patchouli base here. Anyway, Guerlain Idylle Love Blossom. Those are my two Guerlains. This, I guess, also, I'm going to have to unbox this. Not unbox this, but unpack it. This also can be kind of considered vintage. This is from Taurr, and this is, I think this is his first, I was going to say his first lady perfume. I think this is his first specific perfume marketed toward women. His first perfume for ladies. Anyway, this is Le Maroc pour Elle. And this is almost old-fashioned. This is like kicking the pants. So unlike my light and lovely Shalimar Souffle, this is a really strong perfume. It's candied, it's sweet, but okay, anyway, backing up. So this has a very strong bouquet of rose and jasmine, and they are just bursting at the seams, rose and jasmine, draped with candied orange. I don't know, he kind of tends to do that. Like the flowers are really strong, but then the citruses tend to be like the candied variety. And this also has a really nice sandalwood dry down, actually. But this just reminds me of slightly almost of like an 80s floral powerhouse. It's really strong. So only wear one spray of this. Only wear this if you like those punch you in the face florals, but you got to have a couple, or at least one. And my punch you in the face floral for this list is Taurr Le Maroc pour Elle, his lady perfume. Oh dear. Speaking of true vintage, does anyone remember, I think this is the original Lalique perfume. It's just called Lalique. Maybe it's called Lalique Parfum now, but when it came out, this was just Lalique, and I didn't wear this in the 90s. I got this a little bit later, but now smelling it in the daylight of 2025, man, this is dated. This is such a 90s fruity floral. So it almost has that, it has a big floral bouquet, and it has really sweet florals on the edges, lots of peach, lots of blackberry, and it dries down into that like musky, oh gosh, it just smells like a rich, musky auntie, you know? Anyway, but that's what it smells like. Lots of fruits, lots of florals, lots of musk on the bottom, and it just has that 1990s, maybe slight 80s hangover. I think this is from 1992, but lots of big fruits, big florals, big musk, and it's just this amalgam. And it's a slight powdery once it dries down. It like gets a little bit powdery, that little powdery 90s musk. Do you guys know what I mean? But this has been this has just been a lot of fun to wear, and it's in a beautiful Lalique bottle because they're glass makers. And still available. I have no idea what this has been reformulated into. This is definitely an old bottle, but yeah, really fun, a really loud fruity floral from the 90s. Oh, and last on my list, this perfume is completely full because I just got it back on my shelf. This is Baiser Vole from Cartier. This is their Lily perfume. And this is the conundrum I have with getting rid of your perfumes, because I had this on my shelf for a couple years, and then I decided that not that I didn't like it, but I just decided that I wasn't wearing it enough, and it wasn't a love, so I got rid of it. I also had the eau de toilette, which I really regret getting rid of because you can't even get that anymore. But anyway, I've just been missing this perfume. I missed how light it was. I missed how smooth it was. I missed how just soothing to the senses it was, because, not to be repetitive, but those are the perfumes I kind of like right now. So I got this back on my shelf. Now, for anyone that doesn't remember, this came out a while back, and this was meant to be a strict Lily perfume. I don't know why they picked that one, but it is. It's Lily sitting in a crystalline vase with stems of the glass blades. There is no soil. There are no fruits to lighten it up. I would say it's a whole portrait of a cold lily in a florist's freezer. It's on the cooler side. It's not a warm floral. It's a cooler floral. It's not creamy, but it's so soft. It just wears really smoothly. For some people, this may be a little bit too bitter for them because it's not a sweet floral at all. It's lily, and I'm so glad this came back. But if I had just kept it in the first place and given it a few years, I wouldn't have had to buy it back. But anyway, definitely going to be wearing this now. I don't think this is going to be appropriate enough for me to wear once it hits like 95 degrees out, because I just feel like as soon as I go outside, the humidity is going to hit me and it's going to go, and it's just not going to work. But on a cool spring day, this cool toned white floral is just so lovely, and I'm really glad that I have it back on my shelf. Yeah, I'm trying to do this I don't even really like the name declutter, but I've sold 20 perfumes. I'm becoming overwhelmed with the amount of perfume I have, and it's just so hard for me to go through my stuff and decide what I really want to pitch, because this invariably happens to me all the time where, and I guess maybe I could just kiss it goodbye. Like, I guess I didn't need to buy this back. I didn't need to buy the Baiser Vole and get it back on my shelf. Maybe that's another set of feelings that I need to work through in regards to my perfumes, that sometimes when they're gone, they're gone. I don't want them to be gone, though. I mean, wearing perfume for me is an experience, and I think I missed the whole wearing of the Lily perfume experience. So I didn't want to get rid of that. Anyway, what are some of your early cold spring florals you've been wearing? Let me know, and I'll see you next time. And say hi. I love hearing from my friends. Bye-bye.